Welcome to Gabbar-Alahah's book collection and review, where I, Gabbar-Alahah, gives you an inside look at my 200 plus book collection. Today we'll be reviewing my collection of the King James Bible. So I want to make one thing clear. I am not a KJV onlyist. I repeat, I am not a KJV onlyist. That being said, in my possession, I have over 20 KJV and New KJV Bibles. Now, the question may come to your mind, why do you have so many KJV Bibles if you are not a KJV onlyist? The simple answer to that is, I like reading the KJV Bible. Now, the King James Version Bible is a word for word, or sometimes known as a formal equivalence translation type. However, the King James Version Bible is not the most perfect translation.
What?
In my opinion, there is no perfect translation of the Bible. Okay, so now this first Bible I have in my hand is known as an Outreach Bible. This one was published by Holman, and it's about $3. Next, we have another Outreach Bible. This one was actually released by Thomas Nelson. It's about the same price, about $3. Now, this one I have in my hand is also an Outreach Bible, but it's a New King James Version, also released by Thomas Nelson. It costs about $3. And finally, the last Outreach Bible I have in my possession is this one by Thomas Nelson as well. It's a little bit more expensive because the font size is a little bit bigger in it, but it's also an Outreach Bible that you can get as well. You can get it for about $4 or $5. Okay, so next we have the Hebrew Greek Keyword Study Bible released by AMG Publishers. I really like this one because it has the Hebrew and Greek in the back of it, along with the Old Testament and the New Testament. And if you don't want to carry a concordance as a separate book, this is a really good one to have because it's all inclusive, so you won't have to worry about it being too heavy on you if you're carrying multiple books. What we have here is the New Cambridge Paragraph Bible with the Apocrypha. Now, I've had this one for quite some time, and I've definitely used this one. I really like it. The only thing about this one is the pages are a little thin in it, so when you turn the pages, you have to be very careful. And also, if you want to put highlights in it, you have to be careful with the ink bleeding through into other pages. This is one of my newer King James Version Bibles, known as the proper name version of the King James Bible. They have two different styles of it, one in a large print and one in a small print. This one is actually the large print, and it really feels good in your hands when you open it to read. The pages are a little thin, so you have to be careful with the highlights. But once again, this is a very good Bible to read, especially if you get it in large print. This Cultural Background Study Bible comes in other translations. This one is a New King James Version, which was released by Zondervan, and it's a really good Bible if you want to get more in depth on historical and cultural background information with any of the writings that you are reading within the canon. I love this Bible right here. This is the Illustrated Reference Bible released by Seventh Trumpet Media, better known now as My Bible Culture. And in this Bible, they have a lot of great images and pictures, and it's great for your children. Sometimes I just like reading it myself, even though I bought this for my daughter. I really love this Bible right here. So make sure you guys go and support Seventh Trumpet Media or My Bible Culture if you want to get this Bible. This study edition Bible, released by American Bible Society, contains the Old Testament, Apocrypha, and New Testament. I really love this Bible. It's assisting me in my studies over the years. Now it's a very hard Bible to find. This is a 1611 King James Version Bible. For those of you who aren't aware, King James released his version of the Bible in the year 1611, which contains a much older version of the English language, so you won't see any J's, as well as a couple of other letters that weren't introduced into the English language until later. This is the most expensive Bible I have in my possession. It is the Cambridge Reference Edition with the Apocrypha, and the cover is made of calf leather skin. As you see, I still have it in the box because I want to preserve it for as long as I can. This is a really good Bible to have. It's got a lot of good scripture references in it, and it just feels good to read in your hand. This was a gift to me, and it is the Hebrew Israelite Edition released by the Hebrew Publishing Society. Now, in this version, the front is pretty small, but the pages are thick enough to where you can put highlights in in it. And it has a lot of additional information as well. For those of you who are just coming into the knowledge of being an Israelite and you need some quick reference notes, this is a very good Bible to have. If you have a book that you would like to be featured or reviewed, please send me an email located in the description box. With that being said, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I am Gabbar-Alahah, and Shalom.